Hi everyone, welcome back to Novel Nomad, and today is the first day in the ever amazing Adelaide Writers Week, and I will be attending as many sessions as I can, but I thought I might do a little bit of an intro just so you can see what authors I'm looking forward to seeing this week and some of the books that I kind of have read and really want to read. I will also be doing a bit of a vlog session, so I'm going to take some footage at the event and also a bit of my thoughts and wrap-ups whilst I'm there, so I hope you enjoy. Whilst Writers Week does start on a Saturday, I am mainly hoping to go to my very first event on Sunday, and that's going to be with Hannah Kent. She is the author of Vera Writes, and her new book, The Good People, has just come out this year or at the end of last year. Her new book, The Good People, is set in Ireland and involves a little bit more of the fairy tale aspects of Irish culture. Also on Sunday, I hope to see Amy Stewart. Now, she wrote Girl Waits with Gun. The third one is just coming out, but I have yet to read this. I'm hoping to read this with Kate Howe as a buddy read, and it's about one of the first female police officers in America. So I think this is really fascinating. It follows the life of Constance Kopp, who is actually a true historical figure. So it's really interesting to see how Amy has not only captured that, but how she talks about it at her event. Following straight after that, in an excellent session titled Hard Crime, I'm hoping to see Adrian McKinty. Now, he actually lives in Melbourne. He's from Ireland, went to America and moved to Australia, but his novels, this one in particular, is set in 1980s Ireland, and it's a murder mystery, and Sean McDuffie is actually a police investigator, and he's Catholic, so he's getting lots of issues working in Northern Ireland at the time. So this sounds really good. It was sold to me by a wonderful person at Dimix Adelaide. She could not recommend this highly enough, so I just can't wait to read it because I do love my crime novels. Day 3 of Writers Week will see Jessie Burton in the fray, and she has recently released Muse. Her first book, The Miniaturist, was based in a Dutch village and Dutch family, but this one, not only is the cover absolutely amazing, but I have been hearing rave reviews. One of my friends really loved it, one of my fellow reading buddies, so I can't wait to get to this one, and I can't wait to see Jessie in person. Another historical writer I'm really interested in seeing is Paula Byrne. Now, she wrote the biography The Real Jane Austen and Life in Small Things, where she writes about Jane Austen's life through her letters, through all the little things she left behind, because not many letters is left between Jane and her sister and family. There's only very few correspondences. You get to see who Jane Austen truly was. So she's very well known for a Jane Austen memoir, and she's just released one about, I think it's one of the Kennedy daughters, called, I think her nickname was Kick, and she died in the 30s or 40s. So she's just released that one, but I love my Jane Austen and I'm really excited to see her. She was going to be with Julia Bard, but unfortunately Julia Bard, who just wrote a Queen Victoria biography, had to pull out at the last minute. So still, I'm going to get to see Julia Byrne talk about Jane Austen, so that's going to be a fantastic session. Next one I have read and I'm super excited for is Lindy West. Her book Shrill was so funny, I could not stop laughing, and I think it was great because I just got so many of the pop culture references. She talks about her life growing up, how she stopped, how she slowly evolved into being her true self, how she went from being a very shy child into being a very outspoken female, and how she deals with that in her life, because she is a journalist and that's just something that she has to do with, and she gets a lot of trolls. And I think when she was writing about some of the trolls, what messages they were leaving, it was really hurtful, and I could just see how affected that should be. But how she could come out and write this amazing book, it was amazing. So I can highly recommend this read. It's really funny and it's really informative into how women, and not only women of different size, are viewed in culture and how that should change, and it's really interesting. But I'm really excited to see her session. And the very last session of Writers Week, which I am definitely going to be attending, is unfortunately a tie. They have two stages, West and East stage, and on the West stage we're going to have Juliet Marillier, who is an Australian author, and I absolutely adore her book The Jellicoe Road, and she's also written Looking for Alibrandi, Saving Francesca. She's going to be talking about her new adult crime novel, which is called Shame the Devil, and I'm really interested in picking that one up. But she's going to be talking about that. But on the other hand, Maxine Beneba Clark, author of The Foreign Soul and recently released The Hate Race, and she's going to be talking about the life of Hazel Rowley in a lecture. So I want to see them both, but I'll definitely get signatures from them both. But I'm not sure who to go. I might flip between the two, see if I can do that, because thankfully it is a free event and it's all in the same area, but I'm very torn. I'm not sure who to go to, so it will be really interesting. I'm slightly leaning towards Maxine, but just because she would have so many interesting things to say, because I'm halfway through Foreign Soil and the depth in these short stories is absolutely amazing. I've just connected so quickly with the characters, it's ridiculous. But then Melina Marchetta is an absolute idol of YA fiction in Australia, so it's a tough choice. Why did you have to schedule at the same time, Writers Week? So it's going to be a fun-filled week, and I hope you all enjoy my vlog video. So let's roll the tape.
Just before I read, to any Irish in the audience, I will attempt an Irish accent. I don't mean to offend.
To be true. Civilizing influence. It is inevitable that now and again the old instincts come to the fore. Nonetheless, one cannot fail to be shocked on hearing of acts such as those committed in...
Hi guys, welcome to day 2 of Writers Week. I'm just waiting for Amy Stewart to start her session, but I thought I might take this quick break and show you not only is it a beautiful day, but you have to accessorize for a beautiful day. Hence I'm wearing my big hat, which is really fun. It's a bit breezy at the moment, so it keeps flying up and I keep looking like a woman with a bonnet at the moment every now and then. Also I have my amazing Hello Lucky pin, wild and free. I usually was going to go into my bookish pins collection, but I might wait for that later in the week. So I just thought this one works so perfectly with this beautiful summer day outfit. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the footage so far, and keep watching, there's more to come. Welcome to day 3 of Writers Week. Graham McRae Bennett is talking just over there on his book, His Bloody Materials. Actually, I have it with me right here. Give me a moment. This is his book. I haven't read it myself, but I've been highly recommended it. I am feeling a bit more bookish today in my accessories. But I did have a really cute cardigan on, but it's way too hot and sunny for that. But it's been a really fantastic day. I managed to sneak back here after work and before I go home. So I hope you're really enjoying the footage, and let day 3 roll on.
You know, you were aware of the proprieties, but it doesn't mean that you were straight-laced.
Oh no, exactly. I mean, another object that I loved was her father's, the parish register in her father's church.
In those years, it's just been a wonderful thing. I tend to go through phases as well. So I have like flavours and obsessions. I was majorly fascinated with 20th century history, then I went to American history.
But I was aware of the fact that obviously there was a crime that takes place, so I knew it fell in the crime genre, but I didn't really know what subgenre.
So I hope you enjoyed the footage of the Writers Week 2017. I had an absolute ball of a time, and I got to meet some lovely writers and fellow readers in the audience. I have to admit, like, these were some absolutely beautiful people, and it was just such a pleasure to be able to meet them all, talk to them at the signing booths, get to know a little what inspired them and what really drove them to write their novels and their fascinations. I have 2 books which were an impulse buy. The first one is North Water by Ian Maguire. It was longlisted for the Man Booker Prize last year, but I was so fascinated by Ian's descriptions of how he was inspired by Moby Dick and other great literary works. It also intrigued me in my own background of Frankenstein and other Victorian novels, so I thought this was a really good addition and a really interesting addition to my shelves. My other impulse buy was the absolutely delightfully covered Paula Byrne's The Genius of Jane Austen. It's about her love of theatre and why her books work so well in Hollywood today, and how well they've been adapted by Hollywood throughout the years, and how her stories ring true throughout time. She also wrote The Real Jane Austen, A Life in Small Things, but she was absolutely fascinating to listen to, and I thankfully got to see her Jane Austen session. So I hope you all enjoyed Writers Week 2017 and the bits that I got to show you. I know the footage was a bit blurry at times, but unfortunately the zoom wasn't working that great on my phone. So I hope to see you all next time. Bye!